Hello. Hi. I'm a bit sad today because it's our last training. It is week number 6, so we still have 1 week to go, and I've got lots of bonuses to come over the next week, so don't worry about that. And we've got some extra content for you, and obviously you do have access to this training for as long as the course is available, so don't worry if you've not completed everything. All I would say is that this training is about ending 2017 on a high. So you can still do this training even if you've not had a chance to do all of the rest of the work. This is basically about bringing together absolutely everything that we've learned into a plan. And the beauty of that plan is that you're going to take action every single fucking day. Non-negotiable. You're going to do something for your business every day, even if you automate it, but you're going to work on your business every day so that we're going to end 2017 on a high. Now, if we think way back to week 1, which seems so long ago, and it's only 5 weeks ago, week 1, what we spoke about was that in goal setting, people are naturally, well, they're a bit shit at it because we've been listening to the wrong people. And we've been listening to people tell us how to goal set in the wrong way. And today what we're going to do is we're going to create a plan that works for you for 3 months, for September, October, November. And then we're going to break it down on a monthly basis so you can track what's working and what's not working. So for today, your workbook will be absolutely incredibly vital. And we've got loads of tips and examples there. And much like in implementation week, you have all week to fill this in, to do this training, and then to ask any questions about your plan, just so that we can know, are you on the right track, and we can answer any questions that you might have, and actually just use the group for one last time. The group will remain open, the Facebook group will stay open, so don't worry about that, but use it while you have me there so that we can answer any questions. And at the end of this week, I'll get the bonus training and I'll get those PDF book library that I said we had access to uploaded into the Facebook group as well. So what is the purpose of today's training? It's to help you create that crystal clear plan on what activity you will take for the remainder of 2017 so you can end it on a high. What happens round about now, and it happens every year, and tell me if I'm being honest, is it's September. Think back to this time last September. Well, it's the end of August, but coming to the beginning of September, you pretty much had given in and thrown in the towel on your annual goals for 2016, hadn't you? It was kind of like, oh, well, if I didn't achieve them in the first 6 weeks, like the television told me, the newspapers told me, or Facebook told me, I just stopped. And actually what happens is people underestimate what they can achieve in a short period of time. Sorry, people overestimate what they can achieve in a short period of time, and they underestimate what they can achieve in a year. So if they didn't achieve it in 6 weeks, they thought they couldn't achieve it in 52. And of course you can. So essentially, we've got 16 to 18 weeks, depending on when you close up for Christmas, left in 2017. We can achieve absolutely shitloads, and we can make 2018 your best year ever, purely on the basis that we build on the momentum that you've got now. So when everybody else is starting 2018 from scratch, down in the basement, trying to build their way up, you're actually starting at the top of the hill, and you're actually feeling amazing and you're feeling motivated. However, that will only happen if you put all of our learning into practice and you take it one day at a time. Had lovely coffee with some clients this weekend, and what I'm noticing is people are far too freaking fixated on the bigger long-term goal, long-term goal, long-term goal. They're always thinking, I want to achieve that, I want to achieve that. No. For the purpose of the next 3 months, know what your long-term goal is, but we're just going to focus on making this the best 3 months that we can possibly make it. I know we looked at this in week 1, but now you know way more. Now you're far more equipped. Now you've got an understanding as to how business works. And we want to put all of that into practice. So what did we learn in week 1? And again, you have access to these videos, so you just let me know when you need everything. Is why everything we learned about business growing up is complete and utter bullshit, and why that's a good thing. And actually, we put our minds at rest because it wasn't a case that we were bad at running our businesses in any way, shape, or form. We were just operating from outdated ways of doing things, and people were showing us how to do things that were essentially wrong. And we look at the new generations coming up and what they're used to and what's their normality. And their normality is actually this new way of doing business. and the new way of doing business, which actually makes growing your business a lot easier, but only if you do it properly. And what that basically means is, rather than you create a product or service and go out there and shove it down people's throats, you work out, okay, what are my skills? What are my talents? What am I absolutely amazing at? How am I fantastic? How can I turn that into a product or service? And who wants what I've got to offer? So you start on a much better situation, okay? You start looking at solutions, you start solving problems, you start being a good guy. And then all you need to add into that is you, your personality, your authenticity, and your business story. And we looked at your business story in the beauty of standing for something. And actually not being afraid to stand for something, because old business was where you had a massive budget and you just vomited your product or service on top of everyone. Well, very few people did it. Those with the budget vomited their product or service on top of everyone, and you lapped it up because there was no way of finding out from anyone else about this product or service. Nowadays, they're the kind of Facebook statuses, they're the kind of adverts, they're the kind of promotions that actually make us want to get sick. You know, we hear someone say, buy our product or service, it's amazing. Have you tried this cream? It's fantastic. Buy this. Even in networking events, when they go, oh, you should try this. It's actually quite offensive. So when you stand for something and when you bring something different to the table, you'll probably appeal to a much, much smaller market. And you'll probably appeal to a niche market, but that's so much better because it's so much easier for you to reach them, connect with them, and promote your product or service. And we looked then at why consumers aren't buying from you, engaging with your content. And basically what we want to do is we want to make your content more relevant and your products or service speak to one client and not speak to hundreds. Why you need a plan? Is it your escape plan and or your success plan? By now, any escape plan we should have we're still tinkering with. And don't put yourself under any pressure if you're operating from an escape plan. We need to earn money. We need to pay the bills. We have mortgages. I've just been to do my food shopping. Somebody has to fucking pay for that. And in your case, when you're starting out in business, it can take a wee while to build up your success plan. So over the next 3 months, you'll probably find you're balancing a wee bit of your escape plan, earning money in the now, and a wee bit of your success plan, and build on a long-term plan for the future. And then we looked at how to goal set like a pro and goal set based on 90 days and not 1 year. And that's what we're going to look at today and really, really get clear on those goals. When we switched on to week 2, and I think you're probably sick to the back teeth of me right now talking about your transformations. Transformations. And you know why? Because transformations are what sell. Transformations are what connect you to the client, and transformations are what make things amazing. And then approach, your truth, your expertise. And we never sell time. So you're selling transformations, your approach, your truth, and your expertise. We looked at what is an ideal client and why it's essential to have one. And basically your ideal client is the person who wants what you offer the most, who's going to be the easiest to work with, who you're going to be able to reach, and who you're going to be able to have fun working with. There will be times when you work with people that aren't your ideal client, and that's absolutely okay. Do not beat yourself up over it. But over time, it will be easier for you to work with more than one person at one time if you are appealing to a specific type of ideal client. And we looked at how to create your ideal client profile. We touched over the 10 fundamentals of human behavior and how people buy, the fact that people like deadlines, the fact that people want to know exactly what to do, people are lazy, people want what other people have. Go through those 10 fundamentals and just keep being that marketing detective and finding out where it is. What impacts how our ideal clients view what we offer? We looked at the market sophistication and where your product or service sits within the market and the eyes of the consumer. And it was actually really quite funny. Blair and I were up really early for the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight this morning, and there was an advert on the telly for this new car. I can't remember the name of the car, but basically there was a car driving down the road and a fox crossing the road, and a light came on, and the fox kind of closed its eyes because it thought it was a goner. And it opened its eyes and it realised that the lights on this car were way brighter and could see way further into the future than the lights on any other car. So the fox escaped alive, which was great news for everyone. And Blair was like, what the fuck? Why are they advertising lights on a car? And I was explaining to him what market sophistication was. And I was like, well, because everyone knows what a car is, everyone knows what kind of car they want to drive, people know absolutely everything about cars. When you're promoting the cars, you have to highlight the tiniest little thing that makes your car stand out from the competition, because it's at like level 5 market sophistication. However, recently there was adverts all over the news for self-driving trucks. I don't know if you saw it. It was a convoy of 3 self-driving trucks. They were driving down the city, and the person in the front was leading the other 3, and all they needed to say was self-driving trucks. So we can actually see there the different levels and how clients view it differently. So then we moved on to brand you and what makes you different. And again, it's just about being yourself. What do you bring to the table? Why are you different? We give absolutely loads of examples. And today I'm probably going to focus on Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather as examples, mainly because they stood out so well in my head last night. And the fact that Conor McGregor has created a brand basically around by being really, really brash, really, really in your face, cursing a lot, riling people up, saying the wrong thing, but he's an absolute professional when it comes to sales and marketing. Whereas Floyd Mayweather, absolutely outstanding in terms of talent when it comes to boxing. His brand is very much around, I'll just flaunt the money, Floyd, money, Mayweather. So here are even boxers now have to create their own brand, and they have to stand out from the other boxers in order to make money. And we'll talk about that in a few moments. We looked at becoming an expert in an hour a day and spending that hour wisely on social media and engaging in groups. Now, I know not everyone's doing the work in the groups because you've made that clear. And I would like to say, if you're not getting in the engagement, it's probably because you're talking about yourself all the time. It's probably because you're talking about what you do all of the time. It's probably because it's a wee bit vanilla and it's literally, here's what I do, here's a gentle story. You don't just have to talk about what you do. You could talk about your approach, different experiences, what's going on in your day-to-day life. I posted in a new mums group last week asking for advice on running your business as a new mum, and I actually got quite a few people PM me on that because they asked me what I did and I told them what I did. So I'm engaging in a conversation with those people. So it doesn't just have to be what I do, what I do, what I do. It can be quirky, and we looked at that in week 4 when we did our content ideas and how to be seen everywhere by your clients. So email, Facebook marketing, Facebook groups, on your Facebook page, networking, whatever the case may be, wherever your clients are looking, whatever social media platforms they are using, and only they can tell you. In week 2, we asked you to get on those social media platforms. So week 3, and week 3 was a really, really big favorite of mine, along with week 5, and it was about packaging yourself and about packaging your services and ways to deliver them. And basically what we looked at was creating a dinner, basically starter, main course and dessert. And we looked at various suites of services and how we can deliver them and how you can package them together. Now, there is only one person that's going to be an expert on packages and how successful those packages are going to be, and that's going to be your client. But don't be afraid to try it. No one knows that it's going to work. No one knows that it's going to work straight off the bat. You can research your client as much as you possibly can, but timings are really important when it comes to presenting packages as well. And I'll use the example, it's Sunday evening. I'm really tempted to get a takeaway after this, but on a Monday, I'm never tempted to get a takeaway, regardless of what the package is or how they're presented to me. And that's just the way that it is. Everyone feels on a Sunday they deserve a treat. So it's about how you make sure your packages are available at the right time as well. We look to packaging your products. And when it comes to packaging your product, it's about combining them together. I don't think that you have to reduce your prices. In no way do I think that. And I'll use an example. I got training from the head of marketing at Pret back in February. I went to a training course down in London. They don't reduce their prices. Have you ever gone into Pret and gotten a meal deal? No. You've never gone into Pret and gotten a meal deal because they don't do a meal deal. Boots do a meal deal, the Co-op do a meal deal, absolutely everywhere does a friggin' meal deal. But every day when I go by Pret, there's a massive, massive queue, and they reduce nothing, and their soup costs about $3.35 for a tiny tub. They package their products in a way by they make it healthy, they make it look amazing. They position themselves as the best in terms of the best quality high street brands for your food without going to a restaurant. but they don't reduce their prices. So don't feel in any way, shape or form that you have to reduce what you offer, but maybe you want to use Pret as some inspiration. Maybe you want to get out there and make a list and say, actually, I don't want to combine everything. I just want to make my individual product look amazing. And you can do that and use companies like Pret, for example. We looked at what on earth is a sales funnel and how do I create one. And a sales funnel essentially is your business. That's exactly what it is. It's not a part of your business. It's not something that you do. A sales funnel is your business because it's all about getting in front of your ideal client through marketing, building relationships with them by really knowing them, providing amazing content, adding value before they purchase, and then compelling them to buy by making your offers. So you do not have a business if you do not have a sales funnel. And again, we looked at our sales funnel. Our sales funnel is a 3-step process. It is not complicated. And you choose the mediums that work best for you. And you create that within your budget and in a way that you don't feel icky and weird. And then we looked at how you can promote it, and we looked at social media, we looked at networking, and we looked at email marketing, and we looked at what works best for you and your business. So a lovely example that we had this week from Jenny was that Jenny had a really, really successful event. So Jenny's events are that she had invited brides through Facebook and personal invitations to come to her jewellery store, and that's just step 1 in your sales funnel. And then when they're in your jewellery store, step 2 is to build relationships with them, get to know them. And one of the suggestions that we had was to sign them up for no obligation measurement or discussion on bespoke wedding jewellery. So that's all you need to do. And all you need to do is say, my target for the next month is 5 bespoke jewellery clients. In order to do that, I think I should have 10 one-to-one consultations. And in order to generate 10 one-to-one consultations, I should really get 15 people to my next event. So when you're promoting your next event, forget about the sales, forget about what's going to happen at the bottom, and just think, how do I get 15 people to my next event, and work really hard at that. Another example that we've had from the group of a successful creation of a sales funnel is Nicola. Nicola is offering, she's a resilience coach, and Nicola is offering free one-to-one consultations for people who want help with anxiety. So from the one-to-one consultations, you have to think, okay, well, what's my aim? What's my target? How many new clients do I need to work with? And Nicola's created amazing packages to help them through the entire anxiety process, or overcoming anxiety process. So the last time we spoke, I think she had 8 or 9 people signed up for her free 30-minute initial consultation, and it's a problem solving session. And when you've got 8 or 9 people signed up and you only need 3 or 4 customers, it takes the pressure off that sales conversation, and it means that you don't have to be icky, you don't have to be forceful. You can genuinely use it to get to the root of their problem, and if they don't buy from you straight away, they go back into your relationship building part of your sales funnel, and you build relationships with them and you show them that you genuinely care. So sales funnels are key. They are your business. Don't listen to anyone else when they tell you about sales funnels unless you can fully understand it and you're like, okay, that makes sense. And unless they can clearly demonstrate to you how they make money from it, because unless they're making fucking money from it, they have no business telling you how to do it. And actually, just watch sales funnels when you go around. So an example would be this morning, I woke up, we got up, we watched the Conor McGregor fight. I went back to bed and woke up and I was like to Blair, oh, I would love a hash brown from McDonald's. So McDonald's sales funnel is basically that they advertise their breakfast in the morning and they get you in for breakfast and they try and sell more to you. That's their sales funnel. It is really freaking simple. Or they advertise a Happy Meal, or they advertise a Pound Savers menu. I don't go to McDonald's that often, I promise, but lately I've been craving hash browns. Or they recommend like Happy Meals, which we've already spoken about. But what happens then is you go there, and when do you ever go there and just buy one thing? No, of course not. You buy an orange juice, you buy, fries, you buy a burger, you buy all of these different things. So actually, Blair said this morning when I was in the bath, he goes, I'll run to McDonald's and I'll get you the hash browns. Now, it's like £2.30 to get 2 hash browns and an orange juice. So I was waiting for him to come back, and he came back and he goes, I didn't fall for it. I went to Sainsbury's and I spent £8 and I bought packets of hash browns and big things of orange juice. We won't go there into the difference in the price, but he knew that if he went there, he would have gotten a breakfast wrap and he would have gotten lots of things that we didn't need. And he said he would have pushed the price to about a tenner. And now we've got loads of hash browns in the freezer that'll probably never get eaten. So everyone has a sales funnel. Identify their sales funnel, identify what you like, identify what you don't like. But for the love of God, create one, because having a sales funnel means that you don't go to a networking event and try and sell to someone straight away. Having a sales funnel means that when someone inquires about your services on social media, you don't panic straight away and think that your price was too expensive and you scare them off and then get back and try and reduce your prices. The more people that you see, you always want to build relationships with more people than you could ever possibly help. And the benefits of doing that mean that there's not as much pressure on you to turn every person you speak to into a client. Although over time you will become fantastic at that as well. It's just about removing any pressure. So in week 4, it was implementation week, and we took a bit of a chill week. And what we did was we looked at our email marketing and content creation. So you were given lots of ideas on how to generate content, be that email newsletters, blog posts, fake Facebook posts. We gave you a Facebook post formula, and we gave you some tools to make your business growth easier. And I know Beata, for example, has added to that. She's given us lots more. So we've got loads more examples in the group of how to grow your business. Last week was my favourite. That on our packages week, because it's about sales. Because a business without sales does not exist. And we looked at why people hate selling, and essentially the fact that you thought you were being fussy and you were following the pushy even, and you were following the 10 myths of selling. And actually, most sales that you've learned has been from the old way of doing business. So when you hear sales, your back automatically gets up, because you're either thinking about a time when somebody sold to you when they were operating from an old way of doing business, or you started to think about how you don't like it. You just feel like, do you value your product or service enough to sell it? And I'll give you a really good example as to how you can increase the value of your product or service. Gemma in the group, who provides corporate massage, went out, and part of her sales funnel is at the top end. She actively promotes a 2-hour on-site massage where she goes to your corporate company and she provides 2 hours of free massage. Gets to know people, gets to like people. And the first few times she did that, there was very much a feeling of, okay, I know they like it, I can tell they like it, but they're not really telling me why. And then when you go to present your proposal, you don't have as much confidence. So what Gemma has done, and it's absolutely fantastic, is first and foremost, Gemma sends a pre-questionnaire out to absolutely everyone who books onto the 2-hour free on-site massage. And she asks them questions like, who's going to be paying for it? If it's corporate massage, does the company have a health and wellbeing budget? Or will you, as the individual team member, will they be expected to pay? Because that means how you present your packages has to be different. And actually, Gemma's asked for before and afterwards. So she's asked people to describe how they feel before they get her massage, and she's asked people to describe how they feel after they get her massage. So they're literally going from overwhelmed to feeling amazing, stressed and uptight to feeling fantastic. So these people are really, really changing how they feel, and they feel absolutely incredible. And the benefit to Gemma of making these tiny little tweaks to her processes and these tiny little tweaks to the way that she does businesses is that when she then goes on to present her packages, she has got 10 times more confidence than if she didn't know this information in the first place. She's not changed anything else that she does. She's just tried to boost her confidence, because often when you don't like selling your product or your service, it's because you're not as confident in the transformations. So use pre-questionnaires, use before and afterwards, use testimonials to get as much confidence as you possibly can, because at the end of the day, people want to buy. People always want to buy, but they don't want to be sold to. They want to choose when they want to buy, and they want to choose what they want to buy. So it's definitely about how you do this. And then we looked at the 4 types of customers that you'll come across, and the 2 that are really easy, the ones that definitely want to buy from you and the ones that don't. And the others that we have to put more work into, the ones that will probably buy, and if they do, will maybe buy from you. So about building relationships. And the undecided, they may buy, and if they do buy, they may buy from you. So they're not quite sure. So a wee bit more work involved. But you're not going to put all of your energy on them. You're going to add them into your email marketing and your social media, and you're going to build relationships with them. But if you're putting one-to-one effort, it's going to be on developing the systems for the people who definitely want to buy, so that you can turn them around into customers as quickly as we possibly can. We then provided some tips on how to generate more sales conversations, and we looked at sales conversations made easy. And Joanne and I had a lovely coffee yesterday, and we just spoke about when you go into any sales conversation, just think, how can I help? How can I help? How can I help? And I swear to God, it sounds so simple, but everything that you do just turns right around and you just become a different person. It really does. You really become an absolutely amazing person because the focus goes off you and onto the client and they can sense it. I got an email during the week, and I shit you not, I didn't think this existed, from a friend that said she sent me her hit list. And it was her hit list for customers. And I just got straight back and I said, would you like to be on someone's hit list? You know, you work hard for your money. You really, really, really work hard for your money. Would you like to think that there's somewhere sitting back there, rubbing their hands together, having added you to their hit list? And it wasn't that she even knew what this word really meant or what it meant to her subconscious mind. It was literally just somebody had sat down and said, oh, have you made your hit list? So she made her hit list. So we just changed it into the list of people that you're going to help. And again, that's something that the Entrepreneur Fast Pass, the book that we recommended in week 1, they discuss. But again, it is all about how can I help? How can I help? Because when you help, you come up with way more ideas and you stop focusing on yourself and how you're going to get that money, and you can overcome any objections that people will have. Okay, so that was quite a summary today. Look at what we're going to cover today. And we're going to look at your replicable 3-month plan to cover you for September, October, and November. So basically, we're going to create a 3-month plan, and you're going to go into the worksheet and you're going to fill in everything. You're going to stick it on your wall and you're going to enter it into your diary and you're going to follow it. And the reason that you're going to follow it is because why the fuck not? What have you got to lose? It's all about action. It's all about consistent action. I'm not asking you to jump off the Eiffel Tower every day. I'm asking you to approach a client, update your Facebook status, get active in groups, and keep doing it every single day. And at the end of each week, on a Sunday, what worked, what didn't work. At the end of each month, assess your sales, assess your targets, what worked, what didn't work, what can we do better for next month. That's all I'm asking you to do, is to hold yourself accountable and to take small action every single day. Because if we look at September, October, November, that's almost 90 days, or around 90 days. My maths is really bad today. And then in early November, we're going to create your plan for December, January, and February. Because what happens to most people is in December, they start to take their foot off the gas. They do absolutely fucking nothing in their business. And I can categorically guarantee you that over the Christmas and New Year period, everyone's at home, everyone's bored, everyone wants to kill their family, so they look on Facebook every 5 to 10 minutes, they look at their emails every 5 to 10 minutes, and there is nothing showing up because most businesses throw in the towel and they say, nah, I'm on my Christmas holidays, I'm doing nothing, forgetting that you can plan this stuff ahead. And what then actually happens is come January, when people are back at work and they're focusing on their own New Year's plans, their own stuff to do again, people then start around about the 5th or 6th of January start approaching people. No, you are always going to be one step ahead of the game. And in November, you are going to create your plan, much like we're doing today, for December, January, and February. So you're going to create your Christmas plan, and you're also going to create your plan for the new year as well. Because for most businesses, Christmas and New Year is absolutely key. So I'd recommend that you start that at the beginning of November. For most times, you can do it closer to the end of the month. But for such a big time as December and January, we want to do it for the beginning of the month. So what's my 3-month plan? I know, I hear you ask, Orla, what's yours? Is it to Jill or not to Jill? And I'll be totally open and honest with my 3-month plan. My 3-month plan is I am transitioning from my A business, my escape plan, which was to leave the corporate world and to set up on my own business, into my success plan, which is to build more of an online business. So what I'm going to be doing over the next 3 months is I have created enough income so there's not as much pressure on me to deal with one-to-one clients. So obviously, because I'm having a baby, so it's about having the baby, and it's about creating my email content, creating my videos, getting more active on social media once I don't look like I've eaten a basketball for dinner, and actually building my online business. So everything for me over the next 3 months is about social media, Facebook adverts, lead pages, and to grow my email newsletter. That is my aim. I'm not going to try and sell anything to anyone. My next sales pitch is going to be December and January time, where I'm going to sell an updated version of this course. And then I'll sell that from January. So basically my 3-month plan is about building up so I can sell this to more and more people so it can grow, and this can become my signature course and something that I put all of my time and effort into. So there you go. It's nothing revolutionary, but it works. And it works because I've already built up momentum. I've already generated these results on a one-to-one basis and on a group basis. So for you, you just need to think, all I want is a 3-month plan. It's not about having anything longer. And for the next 3 months, I want you to be the perfect cross between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. So did anyone watch the match last night? Did anyone have a fiance that woke them up at 6 o'clock this morning to go in and watch the match? And by the way, it was absolutely fucking torture. I never saw anything as ridiculous in my entire life. However, the perfect combination between the two was the fact that these were not sportsmen. It was not about boxing and about MMA. It was a complete and utter farce. This was business. And this was the best demonstration I have ever seen in my entire freaking life, that if you put your head together, if you dig down, if you work hard, and if you promo yourself in your own way every single freaking day to the right people for a short period of time, you can make millions. And in the case of this, they're looking at $100 million each that they made just for last night. And actually, this fight would never have happened if it wasn't one versus the other. If you'd have put in any other person, any other boxer, any other MMA fighter, this fight would have never happened. Basically, Floyd Mayweather, undefeated, so 50 supposedly fights undefeated, absolutely exquisite, absolutely fantastic at what he does, but basically he had a massive tax bill to pay, so he needed to earn money fast. That's what happens when you burn $100 notes. You get a massive fucking tax bill. And then we have Conor McGregor, who basically had reached the top at MMA, had pissed everyone off, no one wants to fight him, but he bought the sales and marketing. So Floyd Mayweather brought the credibility and he brought the talent, because everybody was like, no chance. Conor McGregor has no hope. He's not going to win. However, that fight would never have been as big as it was had it not been the case that Conor McGregor sold it. Because he was the expert in sales and marketing. He was the one shooting his mouth off. He was the one that was running around in these fancy suits. He was the one actually saying to Floyd Mayweather, you need this fight more than me because you've got a tax bill to pay. I don't have a tax bill to pay. Let's get it on. So this morning was about business. Don't for a second think it was about boxing or it was about MMA or it was about the combination of the two or the two sports against each other. Everything about it was about business, and it was about showing that when you have a target market, people want to be entertained. And we discussed this in the 10 fundamentals of human behavior. People are desperate to be entertained. I have never, now Blair loves boxing, so regularly he'll wake me up, but I have never gotten up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch a boxing match with them and just sitting on the couch with the duvet thinking, oh my God, this is freaking awful. But I did, because I wanted to see about the hype. I wanted to see how they entertained it. I wanted to see how else they did. And another example would be, obviously, there was that lovely American singer whose name escapes me sang the American anthem, but an Irish singer called Imelda May sang the Irish national anthem. Really badly, as it turns out. But I went onto her website and her website had crashed this morning. So even just to be associated to it means that you crashed. And another example means that you have to be prepared to piss people off. And I don't mean that you're going to deliberately piss people off, but I mean, if you stand for something, if you've got a personality, and if you feel passionately about something, online where there's loads of keyboard warriors, chances are someone's going to disagree with you. Chances are someone's going to do something a wee bit sneaky behind your back as you build up more and more of a following, as you become more and more successful. And actually, the second that happens, rather than get upset, because it's so difficult not to get upset, so rather than get upset, just kind of think, actually, this is fucking brilliant. Somebody's copying what I do. Somebody's imitating me. Somebody's making fun of me. Someone doesn't like what I do. This means I'm reaching people. This means I'm making a difference. And so long as you're passionate that what you're doing is true to you, that's brilliant. But again, $100 million for a couple of months worth of training and promotion and work. And the most that match could have gone on for yesterday was like 36 minutes. No, come on. Come on. we're the bigger fools to pay to watch it, you know. So actually, just think it's all about sales and marketing, and it's about being the perfect balance between professional talent and actually promoting yourself. And let's forget the fact that both of them are the most easiest to dislike characters you've ever met, and Floyd Mayweather has been convicted so many times of actually abusing his partners, and people seem to forget about that when they're paying to watch his games. So obviously, you know, if they're getting a success, why can't you? You deserve the success just as much as them, because you're absolutely fantastic. So let's move into getting specific. And again, let's use your worksheet for this. What do you want to achieve by the 1st of December 2017? So I'm so happy and grateful that I have achieved in excess of. So if you aim for in excess of something, you're aiming for that to be the bottom level. If you aim to achieve something, you're aiming for that to be the maximum. So always, always phrase your goals that you want to achieve in excess of. So how many sales do you want to achieve? What is the figure? Write the figure down, and don't do what you normally do when you're goal set and say, well, I want to earn £15,000, unless you have a sales funnel in place to earn that, or £5 million, you know. Challenge yourself, but don't make it so out there that you cannot achieve it. Okay, so I really want you to comfortably get uncomfortable. So if you have a sales figure that you've achieved before, I want you to add 50% to that, you know, so in excess of that sales figure. And how much do you want in profit? So you need to know your figures. How much are you creating a profit? What does it cost you if you're doing any Facebook adverts? If you're doing any paid membership sites, if you're paying to promote your product or services, if you've got to buy the stock, how much do you want to earn in profit? And then I want to know what you're going to do with that money. Because you don't want to just say, I want money for the sake of money. So is it that you're going to have a fantastic Christmas? Is it that you're going to buy yourself something really nice? Is it that you're going to reinvest it in the business? Is it that it means that you're going to take the first 3 months off with your baby and actually not feel stressed, which is wonderful? What is it that you're going to do? And how many social media followers you'd like? So how many more people do you want to add to your social media between now and the 1st of December? So you want to have in excess of 2,000 followers, and you know where your ideal clients are. Is that Facebook? Is that Instagram? Is that Pinterest? Is that Twitter? Where are your social media followers? How much social media engagement do you want? So how many people do you want to reach when you put up a post? So what are your most successful posts? How many Facebook group members do you want in your group? Now, it's always about quality over quantity, but essentially the more quality people we have in there, the better. How many newsletter subscribers do you want to have if you're running a newsletter? How many people do you want on there by the 1st of December? How many event or meetup attendees? So Jenny, if you're doing your events, how many people do you want to come to your events by the 1st of December? Because I know you're looking to do 5 a year. Stacey, when you're doing your regular meetups, how many people do you want to come? How many do you want recurring every month? How many new people do you want coming? And is there anything else that you'd like to achieve? So I want you to get crystal clear. Now, for me, it's about sales. So I need to know what you want to achieve. However, when we looked at last week, what we did say was, chances are you've probably got a structure in place there whereby you've got people that already buy. So let's look at your business today, right now, today, and consider what is your best-selling product or service. Okay, if you've not sold anything just yet, because I know some of you are just starting out, perhaps you want to say what could be, what do you suspect would be your best-selling product or service? How do I earn the most profit? So there's no point in you rushing out there to sell 10 lip balms if one Clean 9 can generate more of a profit. So how do I earn the most profit? Because again, profit is what you walk away with, so that's your money at the end of the day. How many social media followers do you have now? You know, and where do they come from? Do they come from friends or family? Do they come from Facebook groups? How many social media followers do you have right now? What posts get the most social media engagement? So is it the posts that you do about your product or services, or is it the ones that you do where you lay it all bare and you say, guys, this is me being open and honest. This is my Facebook Live. This is my video. And I have to say, don't just be active in Facebook groups. I know you're in Facebook groups, but if you have your own Facebook page, I also want to see your videos on there. I also want to see your honesty and your social media engagement on there. How many newsletter subscribers do you have, or Facebook group members? How many do you have right now? How many people are coming to your events and meetups right now, and where are they coming from? And is there anything else that you currently monitor, like website visits, like your Google Analytics, anything else that's important to you? And then our sales funnel. We're going to focus on 3 key activities over the next 3 months. How we're going to get in front of your ideal client, how you're going to build a relationship with them, and how you're going to compel them to buy from you. So it's that simple. Let's not overcomplicate it. A certain amount of your time has to be spent on reaching new people, your marketing activity. A certain amount of your time has to be spent on nurturing the people that come into contact with your business, building relationships. And a certain amount of time has to be spent on compelling them to buy from you. If you don't do it, it's like having a supermarket and turning around and saying, okay, I'm just going to remove the checkout. You can come in, you can walk around, you can peruse the aisles, you can peruse the products. We're going to be really nice to you, but I'm not going to let you buy anything. That's what it's like. You have to do all 3 activities, and you have to pick the ways. Now, if you go back to our week 3 training, and we've got loads of examples there on what you can do. But again, you're going to fill it in your workbook and you're going to diarize it. You have to fricking put this in your diary, and non-negotiable, you're going to do it. Okay, you are just going to do it. Stop making excuses. Stop saying it's hard. Stop saying there's things to do. There's always going to be things to do. I'm not asking you to run a marathon every day. I'm asking you to run 100 meters. There's a big fucking difference. Just do it. So let's look at September. So you've got your targets for the 3 months. So let's break it down for just September. So what do I want to earn in excess of in terms of sales, profits, social media followers and group members, newsletter subscribers, event meetup attendees, and anything else you'd like to achieve? What's your signature offer that you're going to promote this September, and how will you promote this? So why don't we take one offer a month? So why are we trying to promote absolutely everything? Why don't we promote one offer a month? And that's usually going to be the top end of your sales funnel, unless you're doing an irresistible package. So let's promote it. And there's a little thing called the AIDA model. And what the AIDA model basically means is that you break down your content into content that generates attention, interest, desire, and action. So let's say in September, at the pay weekend on the 28th of September, I was going to have a payday offer that was going to be a free bottle of perfume when you buy my makeup. That's my offer. So maybe in attention, at the beginning of September, I could do a few posts on what's your favorite perfume, would anybody recommend any, and what kind of scents do you really like, is there anything that you could really enjoy? And then maybe when I'm generating interest, I could say to people, why do you treat yourself to perfume? What's the best thing about buying a new perfume? And what's your favorite type of scent? Just get them back into saying, what they like. And then we'll create desire. And then we'll say, do you know that the average female only buys themselves 1 bottle of perfume a year? Or they only have 2 signature scents because they stick to the same types of perfume? And did you know that probably 10 perfumes would actually suit you, your body, your lifestyle? And actually, maybe you're going to say, why would you wear the same perfume on a night out that you'd wear to work? Why not have different types of perfumes? And then when it comes up to September, the end of the 28th, when you're doing your payday offer and you talk about your makeup and you've been, obviously promoting it, then you'll say, sign up today, buy this makeup and you get this free bottle of perfume. So do you see what I've done there? I'm not just launching in and presuming somebody likes perfume. I've engaged with people. I've spoken to them. I've related back to them. I've recorded a video on my favorite perfume and why it makes a difference and how a perfume is the finishing touch on any outfit. So think about, it's not just going to be at the end of September, if you choose to do a payday offer, that you're going to promote it. You're going to work your way back and you're going to spend some time drawing their attention to the benefits of perfume, generating interest in it. Why wouldn't you try something new? Could it be like a new lipstick? Could it be like a new mascara? You feel amazing. And obviously then create that desire and compel them to take action. So when you're creating content and when you're doing promotions for September, you want to think about what's going on in your ideal client's life. And we know this is not news. However, let's just look at this September. And you're going to add to this, by the way, because I have by no means covered everything. So first of all, it's the end of summer and the kids are back to school. So there's parents running around now, either thinking this is amazing, I feel free, or they're counting down to the school days, school midterm holidays. There's also a thing called National Food Bank Day. If you Google things like interesting dates, September 2017 UK or Ireland, dates will come up. National Lazy Mums Day is the first Friday, and National Food Bank Day. So maybe you want to turn around and say, actually, for every person who donates £10 to National Food Bank Day, or who donates £10 worth of products, I will give you a free complimentary session whereby we'll cover X, Y, and Z. I did that to the Christina Noble Fund. I said for everyone who donated money to the Christina Noble Fund, I would give them a free strategy session. And I had 7 people sign up for a strategy session, and I got clients out of that. It was amazing because they committed financially. They realized I cared about charity, and they actually were committed and cared enough about their business. This is Stand Up to Cancer Day. So maybe on the 8th, so maybe you're going to do something like host a tea party. Maybe you're going to invite people from the local community around, and obviously pay weekend is between Thursday the 28th and Monday the 1st. So that's when people have got loads of money and they want to spend it. So again, add more days in there. Just rack your brains and think, are there any sporting occasions? Are there any lifestyle occasions? Are there any new films coming out? Are there any new songs, any new movies, any new TV shows, books? What is coming out right now in the lives of my clients that I can actually create an offer around or create a promotion around just for September, and get out there and do that? And even if you say, well, I don't want to do that, Orla, I've got my packages and I just want to promote my packages, that's freaking brilliant. Just promote your packages, but use these things that are already in the media as a way of getting attention for your packages. You know, use the fact that it's a Stand Up to Cancer Day on the 8th to get promotion to your package. So maybe the benefits of yoga and a healthy lifestyle have been proven to delay the onslaught of cancer, or maybe it's been proven to help with recuperation. Whatever the case may be, is use these important days to generate publicity for your packages that you've already generated. It's that simple, but just do it. Sorry, I'm getting strict today because I really want your business to be a success. October, again, same script. Break it down: sales, profit, social media, newsletters, events, meetups, anything else, and how you're going to promote your offers in October and how you'll promote this. What's happening in October? Halloween break and half term. Kids are off school. It's scary. It's ghoulish, you know. I love October because tangerines and baby oranges come back into season, and I just eat so many of them. So think what matters to an ideal client. So if you were healthy and if you were kind of appealing to someone's health, you might turn around and go about the new food that comes in, because there's loads of new foods that come in this time of year. It's the start of winter, obviously we know, at the end of October, and the nights get darker. The weather changes. Well, you'd hope that the weather changes, but it's already done that. And we've got the countdown to the Christmas parties. So if I was selling any weight loss products, if I was selling any new jewellery, if I was selling any way of treating myself, that's exactly what I'd be promoting. For those of us who offer any lifestyle products, like Gemma, who offers the massage, Nicola with the anxiety coaching, Beata with the decluttering, what you'll notice right now at this time of year, and obviously Stacey as well, is at this time of year when the nights get shorter, people aren't doing as much things of an evening time. People aren't heading out as much. They're staying indoors, aren't they? Because they're like, hell, I'm not going out. I'm going to stay indoors. So what that basically means is, if you're spending more time in your house, you want it to be decluttered. Okay? If you wake up in the morning and it's dark, and you go home again in the evening and it's dark, you want something to cheer you up. You want something to de-stress you. You want something to make you feel better. If work is really busy, again, how many times have you gone into work when it's dark and left work when it's dark, and you're like, oh my God, I can't go for a run, I can't do all the things that I enjoy. Maybe having that on-site massage coming into my workplace is the best thing ever. Maybe having that amazing weight loss product so I lose weight in time for my Christmas party. Maybe that's just what I offer. Maybe that's just what I want. Maybe the cocktail flavour cupcakes is the best thing ever. The countdown to the Christmas parties, I want to look fantastic. People go out once a year. They get so drunk, they photocopy their bums and their boobs on the photocopier, they insult their boss, they get absolutely hammered, they fall all over the streets, taxi drivers hate them. But people love their Christmas party because it's the one time of the year where they can go so wild that they can forget about it for another 12 months. But what really happens at Christmas parties? People who maybe don't get dressed up at work, people who maybe shy away from the spotlight at work want to look fantastic, don't they? You always see it and you go, wow, oh my God, I did not know you looked like that. I see you every day, but I didn't know you looked like that. So you, Jenny, with your jewellery can help them look absolutely fantastic. Ash with your Clean 9 can help them look amazing. Joanne with your yoga can help them look fantastic. So don't underestimate the change in the weather that's going to come up in October and how all of your businesses can benefit from this, because it's absolutely fantastic. So November, targets, sales, profit, social media, newsletters, events, anything else you'd like to achieve. Same script, we're just breaking it down. We've got our 3-month target, what we want to achieve by the 1st of December, and then we're going to look at November as well. So what's happening this November? Obviously, we've got our Christmas preparation. So if I can help people earn more money, surely I'd start telling them about it October, November time. If I can offer them a business opportunity that means they've got more money for Christmas, they can sell as Christmas presents, I'm going to do that. Ash, take note. This is the perfect time to get people on board. If people are going to have more nights in, maybe they want to treat themselves. Maybe they want that massage. Maybe they want that aromatherapy. Maybe they want to take care of themselves. They want that healthy food. They want to do, maybe they want to go to a beautiful venue for their exercise. The autumn internationals are on, so you'll find the world becomes rugby mad again. Are there any other sporting occasions? Again, are there any films? Are there any books? Are there any nights out? What is going on in the lives of your clients? Christmas parties, the shit is happening now. It is going down. So is there anything that you can offer them for the Christmas parties? Christmas presents, people start to buy their Christmas presents. So what can you sell as a Christmas present? How can you package up what you offer as an absolutely amazing, amazing Christmas present? And remember, the pay weekend is round about the 30th of November to the 3rd of December. Basically, people will not get paid again, or may not get paid again, until after the Christmas break or just before. It depends on the companies that they work for. So how can you appeal to them there? How can you be in front of them? How can you email them, be on Facebook, be in contact with them? For those of us that help monitor businesses over Christmas, lots of people like to take time off because businesses are quieter. Can you provide services to help them manage their business? So you'll do that right now. So our last training, what do you need to do now? I need you to complete your workbook, and I need you to take time completing your workbook, because this is going to be your Bible. This is going to be what you follow for the next 3 months. And again, it's not going to be perfect. It will never be perfect. I'm just asking that you take consistent daily action. Don't put pressure on yourself to do all of the activities for the next 3 months, but I just want you every day just to do what you're supposed to do that day. If you miss a day, that's fine. Don't beat yourself up. The next day, don't be dwelling on yesterday and saying, oh my God, I've ruined it. Oh my God, it's a disaster. You've not, but get back on track and do the work today. And actually just go easy on yourself. And know that you're worthy. Know that you deserve an amazing business. Know that we've looked at everything. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. The only difference in people who are succeeding in business and generating the sales is an understanding of customers. They've become detectives. They've learned about sales and marketing. They've learned about their approach, and they're promoting themselves. So I want you to become that perfect balance between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, and actually have that degree of professionalism, that degree of being the best in your industry, and combine that with shameless sales and marketing and promoting yourself, because that match last night didn't appeal to everyone, but those that it did appeal to helped them generate, as an industry, over $600 million in one night. We're not asking for that, are we? We just want a share to make our lives comfortable. Okay, until we chat to you in the Facebook group and we get our bonuses in over the next week, I will chat to you soon. Bye.